Good evening. On the world news tonight, first the headlines. Tinubu's government announces massive recruitment of aid workers. It is no longer time to play politics. Let's give Tinubu a chance. Bode George. Labour Party chieftain asks Obi to account for 2023 presidential campaign funds. Group criticizes Ayedatiwa over absence at reception of Akeredolu's remains. On sports, Uzoho can do the job. Janet Raw optimistic on Super Eagles Trophy credentials. I am Morire Rebila Lawal, the news in detail. The federal government has announced plans to recruit aid workers for the distribution of relief materials to victims of the recent crisis in Plateau State. The Minister of Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Alleviation, Dr. Betta Edu, disclosed this in a tweet on Friday. According to her, the online application portal link for interested applicants will be published on Monday, January 8th. The minister noted that the current application was available to applicant residents in Plateau State and job opening would be for 3 months. The online application portal will be linked to be publicized by Monday. Remember, application for the job is free, the tweet stated. Meanwhile, the Nigeria Air Force has promised to support the ministry in moving the humanitarian aid workers and relief materials to state and hinterlands where they are most needed. The Chief of Air Staff, Air Marshal Hassan Abubakar, made this promise through the Director of Public Relations and Communication and Information, Air Commodore Wapkerem Megida, during a visit to the ministry. A founding member of the People's Democratic Party (PDP), Bode George, has said that the security situation in Nigeria is now beyond control. He insisted that the dire situation no longer involved playing politics and that President Bola Tinubu had a lot of work to do. George shared his concerns during an interview. The elder statesman urged Nigerians to give Tinubu a chance and see how well he does in office. The state of our nation has been completely in a shambolic situation. It is perpetual despair and despondency. There is hunger in the land and there is anger in the land. The insecurity has gone beyond control. So we all Nigerians will give him a chance. Let us see how he's going to handle it. Bola Tinubu, God will guide him. He is on the hottest seat in the whole of Africa today because for every 10 Africans, 6 are Nigerians, brilliant people. So nobody can pull any wool over our eyes. I pray for him. I pray for our country. The PDP chieftain also reiterated calls for state police, saying that much powers are concentrated on the shoulders of the Inspector General of Police. Faduri Joseph, a chieftain of the Labour Party, has raised concerns regarding the utilization of campaign funds during the 2023 presidential elections, urging the party's presidential candidate, Peter Obi, to provide a transparent account of the finances. In an open letter directed to the party through his media director, Reverend Emmanuel Olorunmagba, Joseph emphasized the necessity for accountability in the aftermath of the elections. He underscored the significance of disclosing details regarding the financial support garnered both domestically and from Nigerians in diaspora. It is imperative to sit down and look through the lenses of 2023 and see what we did wrong, where we lack the strength, and to work on these lapses for future elections, because if we don't look and examine inwardly how we got it wrong in the 2023 election, then we will repeat the same mistakes in future elections and get the same results. Our candidate cannot claim to be an alternative to corruption, but refused to come out clean to Nigerians and the party of how much kind-hearted Nigerians donated, both home and abroad, to support the movement and the new Nigeria agenda for the world to trust and believe us next time. Conscience of Progressive Change, CPC, has criticized Ondo State Governor Honorable Lucky Ayedatiwa for refusing to join the late Governor Rotimi Akeredolu's family in receiving his remains in the airport on Friday. The group, which condemned Ayedatiwa's absence, described it as cruel and inhuman, stating that there was nothing too much to honor the late governor by Ayedatiwa, who is the direct beneficiary of Akeredolu in life and death. The coordinator of CPC, Remi Ogumola, expressed the group's disapproval in separate press statement in Akure, the state capital. It is sheer wickedness to refuse to receive the body of your former principal, a man who died while in active service to the state and whose tenure you are completing. Since the demise of Governor Akeredolu, we have continued to hear and verify various stories that initially started as rumors. Governor Aiyedatiwa's refusal to receive the late Akeredolu's body was or has substantiated many of these insinuations and rumors. If other state governors in the southwest could send eminent representatives, what was it too much to ask Aiyedatiwa, the direct beneficiary of Akeredolu's death, to be present? The group queried. Also, the Ondo Elite Assembly, through its General Secretary, Chief Yemi Olajuwon, faulted Governor Aiyedatiwa's actions. The group believes that since the demise of late Akeredolu, Aiyedatiwa's action clearly indicates that he was only shedding crocodile tears. The Arewa Youth Consultative Forum, AYCF, has claimed that the adoption of computer-based tests in the forthcoming West Africa Senior Schools Certificate Examination (WAEC) would lead to a massive failure in the country, particularly in the northern part of the country. This was stated by the national president of AYCF, Yerima Shetima, in a statement released in Kaduna State on Friday, while urging the examination body to either outrightly cancel the CBT format or make it optional. Shetima stated that he was making this appeal due to a lack of computer skills and understanding, as well as a lack of ICT infrastructure in most secondary schools in northern states. He claimed that the CBT exam should have been voluntary, giving applicants the option of using the traditional pen and paper style or the computer-based technique. This, he said, would have allowed pupils to choose the format which they were most comfortable and capable of succeeding. Shetima went on to say that the forum's research in Zamfara, Jigawa, Taraba, Adamawa, Nasarawa, and Plateau revealed that the CBT exams consistently resulted in misleading failure rates among students attending public schools, where computer skills were often not taught. Still from the north, a man who paraded himself as a medical doctor, Igwe Gifts Okechukwu, has been arrested by Nigeria Police Force for alleged criminal conspiracy, organ trafficking, fraud, cybercrime, stealing, impersonation, cheating, and identity theft. It was learned that a fake doctor was arrested in Nasarawa State by operative of the Force Criminal Investigation Department after the fraud in the point of sale POS owner in Owerri, Imo State. The suspect was said to have tricked the POS owner to enter a code on her POS machine, which she did, and she later noticed that all the money in her POS account was withdrawn, which amounted to the sum of 21 million naira, and all effort to reach out to the suspect proved abortive. This was made known by the Force Public Relations Officer Olumuyiwa Adejobi on Friday in Abuja at the parade of the suspect. We are pleased to inform you that officers and men of the Force Criminal Investigation Department have successfully apprehended an individual suspected to be involved in a multifaceted criminal case. Today we present the case of one Igwe Gift Okechukwu, male involved in criminal conspiracy, organ trafficking, impersonation, deceit, cheating, and identity theft that was reported at the Force Criminal Investigation Department by one Anita Chinwe Matthias. Moving on to the next story. Some villagers in Ondo State have begun to flee their homes following incessant attacks suffered from the herdsmen combat bandits invasion. This has become the fate of residents in some villages in the state after long-time reported cases of attacks, kidnappings, and sometimes killing, which have continued to disrupt business activities, undermine food security, displace a large number of inhabitants, and also cast heavy doubt on the safety of lives and property. Research has shown that over 4,000 farmers have been killed in the southwestern part of Nigeria from 2015 to date. According to the Armed Conflict Location and Event data, Nigeria has lost not less than 8,343 persons to the farmers-herders conflicts since 2005. This rising invasion of herders in the southwest region subsequently led to the governors in the 6 southwest states with ranking traditional rulers to form the Western Nigeria Security Network, codenamed Amotekun, on January 9, 2020. Despite the support from the state government, the regional security outfit has continued to struggle to maintain and counter persistent attacks from the herdsmen. Some residents have raised concerns about the wherewithal of the Amotekun Corps to overpower and take control of the areas that have become dominated by the herdsmen. Moving on to the next story. Foreign. The United States Attorney Roger B. Amberg has announced the culmination of a transitional cybercrime investigation involving the ex-Derelict marketplace. About 10 Nigerians are implicated in the conspiracy to commit wire fraud. The suspects are Adedotun Adejumo, 45, Oklahoma, implicated for conspiracy to commit wire fraud, 33 months, Pavlo Kamiyaski, 32, Ukraine, access device fraud, 30 months, Joshua Spencer, 29, New York, conspiracy to commit access device fraud, 28 months, Ibrahim Jinadu, 36, Georgia, conspiracy to commit wire fraud, 27 months, Brandon Williams, 34, California, conspiracy to commit mail and wire fraud, 12 months, Harold McKinsey, 29, Illinois, wire fraud of 5 years probation. The others are Bamidele Motosho, 42, Nigeria, conspiracy to commit wire fraud, sentencing pending. Olaimi Adafin, 38, United Kingdom, conspiracy to commit wire fraud, sentence pending. Olakunle Oyebanjo, 29, United Kingdom, conspiracy to commit wire fraud, sentence pending. Akinola Taylor, 38, United Kingdom, conspiracy to commit wire fraud, sentence pending. Oluwarotimi Ogunlano, 29, Texas, conspiracy to commit wire fraud, sentence pending. Both and are pending extradition from the United Kingdom. Shodipe has also been charged with making false claims and theft of government funds. If convicted, Odedei and Shodipe each face a maximum penalty of 20 years in federal prison. These cases were led by the Tampa Division of the Federal Bureau of Investigation and the Tampa Field Office of Internal Revenue Service Criminal Investigation. Finally, on sports. Former Super Eagles coach Janet Roy was Nigeria's coach as the last African, and I believe the team have the quality to emerge victorious in Ivory Coast this year. Former Super Eagles coach has stated that Nigeria are one of the favorites to win the 2023 Africa Cup of Nations in Ivory Coast this month. The Super Eagles will be looking to claim a fourth crown when they travel to Ivory Coast for the 2023 African next week. Coach Pesaro has one of the most talented crop of players in Nigeria's history, and there are higher expectations from most Nigerian fans. However, the team has struggled in some aspects, especially since Joseph Pesaro took over as coach. The Super Eagles have struggled to win some seemingly issues, and Pesaro has struggled to find a trustworthy goalkeeper, as Francis Uzoho has consistently made errors that have cost the team. Ahead of the competition in Ivory Coast, Super Eagles former boss Raw has expressed optimism over Nigerians' chances. Similarly, on sports, again, Nigerian striker Victor Osimhen has agreed to leave Serie A champions Napoli for a move to Chelsea in the summer. According to Team Talk, the 25-year-old, who has a release clause of around 112 million euros, will not be moving this month but is willing to sign a pre-agreement in January before making the switch to Chelsea official at the end of the season. The report also states that the likes of Didier Drogba and John Mikel Obi have been in regular contact with Osimhen, hoping to persuade him to join Chelsea. Chelsea have been keen to add a top centre forward to their ranks for the majority of the season and have Osimhen at the top of their list. The Blues are also keen on Ivan Toney, but his age and high asking price are seen as barriers to move to Chelsea. With the sports story, we've come to the end of today's World News. Before we go, some headlines. Tinubu's government announces massive recruitment of aid workers. It is no longer time to play politics. Let's give Tinubu a chance. Bode George. Labour Party chieftain asks Peter Obi to account for 2023 presidential funds. Group criticizes Aiyedatiwa's absence at reception of Akeredolu's remains. On sport, Osimhen to sign Chelsea pre-contract agreement, and second sports story, Uzoho can do the job, says former Super Eagles head coach Janet Roy. For updates of our broadcast on YouTube, our handle is Babagide Imo Television. Kindly subscribe and click on the notification bell. Select option all to access all of our broadcasts. On Facebook, Bagide Imo with Alawi Adebayo. Please like and follow the page. For adverts placement of goods and services, kindly call the phone number streaming on your screen. Thank you for watching. I am Mo Rabila Lawal. Have a wonderful weekend.